Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. It's a new week of comics in my hands. Is one of those releases. It's Conan the Barbarian, number 13, kicking off a new story arc. And, well, it's one well worth picking up. It's pretty damn entertaining, let me tell you. So it's written by Jim Zub. Art is by Rogê Antônio. Israel Silva is the colorist. Travis Lanham is the letterer. All right, so Jim Zub is a fantastic writer to take over Conan the Barbarian. Jason Aaron has been doing some amazing stuff with the character, and everything he's done is fantastic. But Zub is uniquely qualified in that he has done some fantastic fantasy. He is a hardcore gamer. He loves his Dungeons and Dragons, and has done some solid writing in various series of that sort of fantasy role-playing vibe. And this first issue definitely has that vibe to it. And it's not a knock at all. Like, this definitely feels like something that you could experience as an adventurer in a D&D campaign. So it's actually really cool. It feels like it's a bit more accessible to those who might not necessarily be into Robert E. Howard's Conan the Barbarian. It really does feel like a solid first issue that anyone can hop in and enjoy if you enjoy fantasy. And I'm one who, I've said it in so many videos, like, I'm not one that's really into fantasy. Conan, like, while I love the films, like, grew up on that, I never really read the books. It's not a character I really cared about. Other fantasy of that nature isn't really my thing. It's never really clicked. Lord of the Rings, stuff like that. It's just never been the genre that has spoken to me and I've enjoyed. I've partaken in it, and it's just not my thing. But I've really enjoyed what Marvel's been doing with Conan the Barbarian. I think the first arc in a lot of the series that came out, it was really intriguing, solidly done, fantastic art. And Zub, his first issue is entertaining. It's really fun in that off the rails fantasy sort of way. If you've never checked out his Skull Kickers, you really should go do that. I think it is one of the best fantasy series in a long time, and I absolutely loved it. Very comedic, really funny. That is the definition of off the rails Dungeons and Dragons. And this isn't quite as off the rails, but it definitely feels like it's not quite in control, if that makes sense. If you read it, hopefully it'll make sense. The story is Conan has gone to this new town. They don't speak his language. He doesn't speak their language. And there's this festival going on. He winds up being their champion and thrown into a gauntlet. He finds a whole bunch of other warriors in there. The question is, like, what is this gauntlet? What do they need to do to survive? How do they get out of there? All that stuff. So really just, a pretty simple, straightforward story, but it's just done really well in an entertaining way. And it gets you to the action. I think the build-up is solid in it. It's just throws you in the situation. You don't know what's going on. Like, they don't translate this foreign language, so you are in the dark as much as Conan is, and then you kind of eventually learn what's going on. And it's good. It's really, really good. We'll cut it off there as far as pages to show off. As someone who does not necessarily enjoy this genre, like fantasy, I've liked this, and I've liked all of the main Conan series. Some of the kind of spin-off extra stuff has been a little blah to me, but this main series has been really entertaining, and with a new arc, it's a solid jumping on point for anyone to check it out. And you don't really need to know anything that's come before, which is fantastic. You just kind of just need to enjoy the adventure. So if you're into fantasy, if you like Conan the Barbarian, just haven't been picking up the series and been looking for a spot to check it out, like, this is a really solid, entertaining comic. Obviously a first part to a multi-part story. It's just, I think the setup's really good, the build-up is really good, the mystery is solid, and there's just, it hits those right beats for Conan the Barbarian story. I really like it, highly recommend it. out in comic shops this week. There's a link beneath this video. You can put in your zip code. It'll tell you if a shop's near you. No shop, no problem. We do have affiliate links. There are affiliate links, so we get a small percentage of that. By doing that, you help support our site, so thank you. And speaking of support, if you want to, you should really go support your comic shop, though, because, you know, they're comic shops. Without them, the industry is just going to be in some rough times. I want to thank Marvel for hooking us up with this review copy, and thank you for watching. If you're into comics, if you're into Marvel, if you're into Conan the Barbarian, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, keep reading those comics and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.